Godzilla is the devil. Godzilla, the name means that he wants to be worshipped or is meant to be worshipped. Satan wants worship. And the Zilla part is an anagram of Liza in the word lizard, referring to his reptilian nature. Well, Satan possessed a reptile. What a coincidence. This alone doesn't prove that Godzilla is satanic, but there's much more evidence that will make it conclusive. And I saw one of his heads as they were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed. And all the world wondered after the beast, and they worshipped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast. And they worshipped the beast, saying, Who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him? And it was given unto him to make war with the saints, and to overcome them. And power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark in their right hand, or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had that mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Dragon Ball also says you should honor and venerate to an extreme, worship the dragon. Yu Hakusho does that. How to Train Your Dragon, Aragon, Shrek, which says not just the dragon, but monsters in general. They're not bad. The monster is the good guy, supposedly. Pisney says you should love monsters. And no wonder that kids who watch Pisney are monsters. They're brats. Pisney says you should worship Satan too. It's right there in your face if you know the obvious symbols. Protocol number 4, materialism replaces religion, of the learned elders of Zion, which I did a video on showing that it wasn't entirely hoax. So, do you see this? Do you see materialism replacing religion? It's not hard to find. In the movie Shrek, you see the shattering of the church glass, representing that Satan wants you, everyone, to destroy churches, destroy religious establishments. Of course, this would be a heretic church of Mary worshippers, like Catholics, but the idea is all religions are to be put down. The agenda of the learned elders of Zion is that using their Masonic agents, many of which are Gentiles, they will promote atheism such that people will destroy religious establishments, as communists have indeed done. And therefore, there will be no religion in the way of the religion that they are preparing for the world, which is open devil worship, hence love for the dragon being promoted. And materialism replacing religion, you can see that. There are many lives that are very empty because all they have is money. Then you have Pokemon, which I did videos on, as satanic. They promote dragon worship, dragon loving. Puff, the drug addict, dragon. Harry Potter, the British loser with the dragon. And Spyro the dragon. Yu-Gi-Oh! Power Rangers. Now, there's also not just promotion of the dragon, but also promotion of the dragon's lie that dinosaurs existed. This pterodactyl was my favorite character in Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Melee for the Nintendo GameCube. However, I cannot enjoy the game anymore because I know that it's propaganda. I can't enjoy it because people are being misled. The lie that dinosaurs existed is being reinforced by this fictional character. I used to love flying around, but not anymore. It's not just him. And so that's dinosaur propaganda. And Gyrus also. See my video, A Challenge to All Dinosaur Cultists. I explain why I no longer believe in dinosaurs. I used to be gullible. Their assertions that they had fossils, I took at face value. I was a stupid kid when I believed in dinosaurs. I never questioned the myth until about 30 years later. And I'm a free thinker. But people just want to fit in, so they're going to believe in dinosaurs because they're afraid of ostracism. You weak-minded simpletons out there, not necessarily you hearing. Then you have this scene from Donkey Kong 64 of a giant crocodile representing a dragon. He has horns because it's demonic. And he's looking up at a symbol of heaven. That matches when Godzilla did the same, except Godzilla also attacked the symbol of heaven. The pretext would be that there was a UFO or some nonsense. But the symbolism is clear. He is attacking heaven, literally. Of course, there are two dimensions. The heaven where God is at is not the physical one. It parallels the physical sky/space beyond. The one eye is a symbol for the Antichrist. The Bible says, "Woe to the idle shepherd that leaveth the flock. The sword shall be upon his arm, and upon his right eye. His arm shall be clean dried up, and his right eye shall be utterly darkened." One eye, the symbol of the Antichrist, hence the pyramid with the one eye on top. That's the devil's incarnation. In Final Wars, it says, "All mankind has come together to fight the monsters," instead of killing each other. It's nice when there is peace, right? Except that the global unity will be harnessed for evil under the Antichrist. Thus, the Earth Defense Force was born, or more like Earth Oppression Force. These are supposed to be fighter jets implied, but in reality, those are tails of dragons. Devilish tails. 3 of them, one prominent, therefore an unholy trinity symbol. There's another Tower of Babel reference in that movie. With their help, that of the aliens that don't exist, but in the movies they do, and only in the movies. With their help, video games, and the imagination of people who don't accept reality, with their help, mankind will rise to a higher level of evolution. Really? Well, racist Darwin was defeated here. Too bad for you guys. You can never get to a higher level of evolution as far as above the species level that we are at. Neanderthals are lying, millions of years dates are lies, and there never was an ice age is one of the videos covering Darwin and other things where I refuted him. And also most scientists are liars. They get paid to promote fiction and they care more about money than the truth, believe it or not. And I prove them wrong here. My arguments are there, but cowards will commit the argument from incredulity fallacy, saying, "There's no way you can be right and scientists wrong." Yeah, that's what they said about Nazi scientists. It's very ironic that the Japanese are followers of Darwin, considering he wanted all Japanese dead, as proven in this video on the Chinese, but covering proof that he wanted all Asians dead, not just the Chinese. He wanted all Asians, Africans, and Americans, the natives, exterminated, his word, including the Japanese. So it's good that the Japanese attacked Darwin. They attacked the city called Darwin in Australia. That was as justified as bombing Hitlerberg, because the British were worse than Nazis. So come over here, you truth phobe, and shit on that flag. Good job. Godzilla rising from the sea. The Bible says, "And I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast rise up out of the sea," etc. Not everything matches Godzilla, but there are way too many coincidences. And when you have an SOS, you have 3 coincidences, and that proves intention. But for Godzilla, there are more than 3 coincidences matching him to Satan or the Antichrist. Therefore, it is a conclusive move to say that he is a reference to him. "And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority." Look at the merger. and the Saturn symbolism I plan to cover later in this video. The Magician Tarot card means as below so above. Satan rules the earth below, he wants to rule heaven above. Devil horns. This is King Ghidorah, or Ghidra. I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven, said Jesus, hence the lightning, identifying the dragon with Satan as if it weren't clear enough already. The cross is also a symbol of Satan, believe it or not, because the Bible says, well, more on that later, King Ghidorah is satanic, but he's the bad guy. Godzilla's fighting the devil, so he's the good guy. Godzilla's Jesus. No, silly. You cannot salvage Godzilla from being what he is, satanic propaganda. Both of them are monsters. Both of them are evil. Both of them are destroyers and enemies of mankind. You're being deceived. Godzilla is a villain turned hero according to the fiction. But, and this is the Masonic confusion of good and evil, saying it doesn't matter, everyone's in the same boat. Nope, Jesus will divide the goats and the sheep. They are very different, like light is different compared to darkness. Extraterrestrial planet-destroying dragon. That's a symbol of a fallen angel. And then 3 heads, the unholy trinity. So the cross, I was talking about the cross, is a symbol of Satan. How? Because a cross is a cube opened up. And a cube, from an angle, is a hexagon. And that is seen on the planet Saturn, apparently. Saturn was a god worshipped by pagans like the Romans. The Bible says that pagans sacrificed to devils, and not to real gods. So, the cross is a symbol of Satan, a devil, the king of devils. That was Saturn, the king of that pantheon. Mothra, a protagonist, heroic. You know, they're saying he's a good guy. But I read that the moth is from the family, the pseudoscientific family, Saturnidae, a reference to Saturn again. So Mothra is also Satan. In Shintoism, you have the legend of the Yamata no Orochi. Yamata no Orochi. The dragon with many heads here. In that myth, the Shinto storm god Susanoo defeats him. Storms, chaos, the god of chaos, Satan. Both of these are Satan. The dragon is Satan, and the guy who slays the dragon is Satan. It's Satan saying, choose a side. Either way, you chose me, you fools. Expelled from heaven, just like Satan, for being a deceiver, deceiving his sister. Wears too much makeup. 8-headed, 8-tailed. That's a reference to the star of Ishtar. Because the ancestors of Mongoloids, the ancestors of Japanese, among others, everyone's ancestors were in Mesopotamia at the Tower of Babel. And their memory of the event persisted, but was altered. Babylon, land of the Tower of Babel, the star of Ishtar, 8 rays. That was when mankind united to try to conquer heaven under Satan. And in the Shinto myth, they were forced to give the dragon one of their daughters every year, sacrificing her. So Satan is saying, you need to sacrifice your babies more, guys, because I need more energy to beat God. So, but actually, you're just increasing your guilt, and you're going to lose. Satan got kicked out of heaven. It's going to happen again. And in the fiction, aliens control the monsters. Aliens are symbols of fallen angels controlling the monsters. Aliens don't exist. They are imaginary creatures of retarded and delusional atheist mythology that I prove wrong in my videos why belief in aliens is stupid. Hiroshima is thriving even after being nuked. So nukes are overrated. You can survive World War III if you're rich enough and avoid the obvious targets. 9/11 was an inside job. Godzilla is Satan.